Hello, everyone, and welcome to Living by the Law, the podcast discussing fictional worlds and how wondrous and ridiculous they are. My name is Matt, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Jude and Guy. Living by the Law is not currently sponsored. If you wish to sponsor us, download every dating app you can. Spend day and night searching for your heart's desire. When you eventually match with us, send us your sponsorship offer. We will hear you. We always do. Come one, come all, for the newest and greatest game show. Here we find one lucky bachelor and pair them up with a suitable romance option from the Mass Effect games. This is Mass Attraction. Heads up, this episode contains minor spoilers for the Mass Effect games and strong sexual content. Enjoy.
I rep very hard a good sandwich.
A good the coffee shop across the road from my work, right? There's they do toasted sandwiches.
Let's go down the line and talk about our favorite sandwiches or
the one that I just love. So they do really good sandwiches. They do like a tuna melt. I'm not a big tuna guy, but everyone else loves it, so respect. It must be good. They do a Reuben sandwich, which is incredible. They use like this honey mustardy stuff in it. It's delightful.
corned beef is surprisingly good.
Right?
Tell me again, what's in a Reuben?
Corned beef.
It's like beef and like pickles and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just imagining just a single bit of corned beef between two pieces of
Corned
bread.
beef
and that's it.
Well, the one that I
bread.
like and the one that I actually get, which is my favorite, is just a like toasted cheesy chicken, but it's like chicken mixed with melted cheese, mixed with like a mayo, toasted with a bit of extra cheese sprinkled over the top that's slightly melted. And then there's also like tossed spinach mixed in with the chicken and the melted cheese. And then they just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt over the top. So you can just see like little flakes of sea salt.
Dude, we need to stop the episode.
I
need to change my pants.
We have lunch immediately.
Shit, man. Now I'm so hungry.
We have lunch
no
immediately
idea.
after this. We can go to the market. It's fine.
I literally have eaten a banana and a Monster Energy drink.
Oh no, I had
You cannot say you've eaten a Monster Energy drink.
It's sustenance, okay?
He's crunching down.
My brain needs its juices.
I have a passion I pursue, which is finding the good breakfast sandwich. The good egg, bacon, cheese, usually a relish is pretty on top. And there's one plate, what?
You just said to me 5 minutes ago that you went to Macca's this morning.
Listen, the pursuit of great sandwiches is not always congruent with my goal of having money.
That's fair.
McDonald's, while terrible, is at least vaguely better for my wallet. And even then, they're still not good value, but nothing is these days. Listen, there's one place, though, in where we all went to high school, not leaving that for doxing us, but that area there.
Yep.
There's a little cafe there that does one that has a spicy mayo and halloumi and avocado, fried egg and bacon. And that thing, it's called the morning treat. And by God, is that a fucking morning treat. By God, is that a treat.
Delightful. Like $25.
It's like 19 Australian, just to
Could be
contextualize.
worse.
Which, like, it could be worse. It is still $19 for a sandwich.
Yeah. It's. I feel like there are so many sandwiches I can mention. There's so many things I can mention. I think I talked about on Discord about how I used to have very interesting sandwiches when I was a kid. I used to eat tomato and broccoli sandwiches. Tomato sauce and broccoli.
Yep.
And I used to also eat mayo and honey.
Who was brave enough?
I can't remember who. I can't remember who.
By God, I need to see this. Someone on our fucking Discord
was brave enough to try what I used to have when I was a kid, which was honey and mayo. The kind of sandwich when my sister once tried it, she threw it over.
Leon.
She literally threw the sandwich. Apparently, he tried it and he liked it, which is a crazy move. I love you, Leon. That's got to be a move.
That's absolutely
really
nuts.
good.
But
Yeah,
again,
to quote from the Forgotten Realms Outer Realms episode, I just made it oh, I'm going to try that mayo and honey sandwich from the Forgotten Realms episode. I just made it. It's actually really good. What the fuck? This is bizarre. What the fuck?
It's a weird combo. It's a weird combo that kind of works. I haven't tried it in years. Maybe we should. But again, there was many times I have honey sandwich. Sorry, I have chicken sandwiches all the time.
Yep.
But the one mentioned, I'm going to go sideways and mention not quite a sandwich, but a similar concept. In Japan.
Okay. If you talk about the fucking whipped cream sandwich, I'll kill you.
No.
Okay.
In Japan, in any 7-Eleven, you can get one of the best snacks of all time, which is one of those, I can't remember what they're called, the exact word. Basically, they're rice ball triangles.
Onigiri.
Yes. And those, it's not quite a sandwich, but same concept of a carb surrounded by a meat.
Yeah.
Meat surrounded by a cup, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The meat onigiri is the best straight.
Yes.
It's just a slab of steak with like 3 grains of rice in the middle.
It's a prawn, and then you open the prawn, and then there's got this rice inside. But it's
perfect.
It's just like those so good. And when you're traveling around Japan, you grab a couple of those, have a good day, and it's just so easy and perfect. And those are my and they're so cheap, and it's just nice. That's my ideal sandwich.
Can I tell you something hilarious?
So not a sandwich.
Not a sandwich. No, I respect this. We're going with the chaotic good definition of sandwich, which is a carb and a filling.
Yes.
I respect it.
I mean, a wrap is similar because
wraps around sandwich.
Wraps a round sandwich, but it's not a sandwich.
Yeah, but I don't disagree with you. But if I asked for a sandwich and someone brought me a wrap, I'd be a bit disappointed.
Oh, so you're a sandwich purist, is that it?
Oh, I would not. No, I
Really?
I actually like a wrap more than a sandwich.
I do.
Am I
okay.
crazy?
No.
No, I like... Now we're getting in... Okay, because the context is different.
If you put in front of me a sandwich and a wrap, it is filling dependent, but I'd probably take the wrap because I do generally prefer wraps. But if I asked for a waiter for a sandwich and said, hey, can you get me the chicken melt sandwich? And they brought out something in a wrap, I'd be like, oh, that's not what I ordered. What?
But if they then go, we're out of bread, I'd eat that. I know.
I'd eat it, but like thick bread versus thin wrap.
But
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Asterisk, very quickly. I'm going to cut you off because I need to get this in here because I need you to know this. 7-Eleven Australia was purchased by 7-Eleven Japan. We are owned by them. You can actually get 7-Eleven onigiri in Australia. They're not as cheap and they're kind of mid, but you can get onigiri in Australia now.
I think that would be worse.
Oh, no. I don't doubt
I think it would ruin my experience
in the slightest. But, I had it for lunch one day. Wasn't the worst, and they're made fresh. The fresh food. Listen, if you're in Australia, 7-Eleven Fresh Food Revolution. It's not the worst option if you're late on time.
The wraps and sandwiches from 7-Eleven are actually kind of good.
They're actually good.
They're kind of good.
We've been taken over by Japan, and Japan's on fresh food delivery.
I hope you've learned from me, and I hope you guys know me very well, because today you guys are going to have a big decision in Brains. One decision that could change my future.
Oh, God.
Today, we're back in the Mass Effect world. Mm-hmm. But last time, we've discussed what the setup, what the world of Mass Effect looks like, what the setup is. We've discussed the history of the Mass Effect world. Mm-hmm. But today, we're exploring a different side of Mass Effect. The roleplay side.
Sex episode?
Or the romance side.
Uh-huh.
As long-time listeners will know, and I hope you two do, I'm currently single. Today,
Are we matchmaking?
I want you to
aliens?
use your knowledge, the knowledge I give you, and your deep understanding of me, after knowing me for most of my life, to pick who I should date in Mass Effect.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, you know what they say? She's a keeper. You're dating one of the little bug things.
I'm dating one of the little bugs.
Can't touch her. She explodes.
No,
Matt, you don't want to know where those legs can go.
No, but yeah, I hope the knowledge of our sandwich can describe what my taste is. Maybe
You're going to be the carbs and they're going to be the meat.
wow. Okay, I see. Fuck you. So again, Mass Effect, as described earlier, is a sci-fi action roleplay franchise developed by BioWare. Its general premise is putting the user in a Halo-like sci-fi area. Universe where your choices affect the story and the choices around them, and you can romance a lot of the characters in Mass Effect. I think the first one has like a couple, and then they expand more and more as who like actually love the romance side. So like the third one has like a fuck ton of people you can romance.
Oh my
god. So again, it started with Mass Effect 1 and continued into a trilogy with a spin-off called Mass Andromeda. Has novels, comics, movies, a couple of mobile games. Knowledge we'll be using is for the romance is from the 3 mainline games.
Yep.
So there's 2 in the first game, 6 in the second game, 8 plus 5 in the third game. There is a total of 13 romanceable characters.
But some of the ones in other games join over.
That counts for 13.
There's also DLC that has more as well.
Oh my
Excellent.
God. You got to get the Lovers expansion.
That's
DLC.
still... Listen, that's more than most games.
Oh yeah, they kept
That's more than... Baldur's Gate? Yes.
That's
100%. No, Baldur's Gate has less than 13. Guaranteed.
Yeah, well, all of the potential
This is
playable
over 3
characters.
games to remember.
Yeah.
But
8 in Baldur's Gate. Okay, 8. That's pretty impressive.
Let's get
for
back
one
on-
game.
let's get back on Bogut. Welcome, you two, and welcome,
Yes.
listeners, to the new hit dating show coming to a galaxy near you. This is Mass Attraction.
That's
Nice.
good.
That's good.
That's
I like that.
good.
Now, ground rules. I'm going to set some ground rules for you because I'm not dating a keeper. Okay? So we're going to set some ground rules here.
Oh,
okay?
we're being racist already, are we? I see how it's going to be.
I could give you every romance choice from the 3 mainline games, but we don't have all fucking day. They're complex characters. We don't have all day. And I'm a picky guy.
Uh-huh.
The most important thing we need to lay down is who am I attracted to / willing to love?
Willing to love
Who
is
am I
such a
willing
fun
to
caveat.
love? Truly the words of a single
Now,
man.
I'm a pretty open guy when it comes to love, but I do have my attractions. PSA, we don't pick who we're attracted to, guys.
This is true.
I was born this way, baby. And the way I was born is as a plain white cracker. I'm a straight cisgendered man who's attracted to women. To spice it up a bit, I'm going to open that up to non-genders as asexual species for you guys. Sadly, this means that all men are off the table.
No!
This also sadly leaves off the Drell assassin and Turian advisor, as they're not attracted to the male character.
Oh.
So we're not going to have any Drell.
So even
no
if you're
Turian.
attracted to them, they wouldn't be attracted to Matt.
Exactly. They were born that way, baby.
Exactly.
I've also cut some for time. Sorry, Kelly and Diana. Kelly seemed nice, like a vibrant kind of goofball, and I didn't lose as much about Diana. So, sorry. If you love those characters, leave it in the comments down below.
Yeah, rep them. Absolutely come to our Discord and spam us for hating on your romance characters.
I've also left out. I also had her originally in the script, but it was getting too long. I've also left out.
Oh, you left out Diana because she's human. I see how this is. You wanted to fuck the aliens. I
did-
understand.
I did. Also, Kelly's also human.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
that.
Excellent.
There's a couple of humans in here, but I've left out a couple.
I'll be honest,
Also-
I googled Mass Effect Diana, and like the first 3 to 4 images are just like Lara Croft level big tit video game character design.
I think I also left off another one that I forgot to mention.
So
there.
brave choice is what I'm saying.
I was left off. There's another one I left off. Anyway,
But it's like The Bachelor in the fact that we're eliminating the boring options
Exactly.
to begin with. They've got to be quirky. They've
gotta
got
get
to
to
be
the show.
interesting.
I also
It's got to be drama.
Lyara, one because she was very similar to some of the other characters and she had the exact same personality. And she's I want to leave her in because she's the one alien you can romance in Mass Effect 1. But again, she just wasn't that interesting, so I
Fair
left her
enough.
off.
Fair.
I left her off the list.
Yeah, they realized what they needed to do with romances in the second and third
So-
game. They refined their approach.
Yeah.
So yeah, I left a couple off. And if I forgot anyone, then again, and it's your favorite character, tell me in the comments section down below.
Tell us how much you want to kiss them.
I will give my opinion on what I like and what I don't, but today you two will be the final judges. And which fictional character I fictionally go home with today is up to you.
Coming close, come Jude. We gotta absolutely just choose the worst fucking option for this.
No, we want him to have a good time. We want him to have.
Actually,
Well, let's
no.
see the option.
Let's see the option.
I'm glad I have a
'cause-
devil and an
okay,
angel.
Depends if it's funny.
It does. It does.
Please give me something good. Again, if you agree or disagree with the result of the game, blame these two, but feel free to leave your comment down below and tell us why, or join our Discord to discuss.
Oh, baby, the Discord's gonna get worse.
And to Matt's future girlfriend when she eventually listens to the back catalogue of the podcast, you're so welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Bachelorette party's getting a direct DM of this episode.
So, how does romance work in Mass Effect? I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, I thank you.
This got more complicated as the games went on, but I read a guide to the romancing in Mass Effect 1.
Excellent.
And this was basically the tips it gave us.
Did you pick up any tips for yourself?
These are the tips it gave us. Be positive with them at all times.
Excellent.
And pick choices that agree with their beliefs.
Yep, solid.
That's pretty crazy.
Make them feel better about traumatic events. Talk to them as much as possible.
Yeah.
No, the Vanguard's destroyed your people. Don't be sad. You're so pretty.
Killing them or letting them die is a big no-no.
Yeah.
Also, one of them's like, if you choose to let them die, this will end the romance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only if you're not if you're brave enough.
It's not true in Baldur's Gate. Listen, every game's different. Shadowheart died like 6 times in my playthrough. It's not my fault.
Okay. Are we ready to begin?
Definitely.
By God, am I ever.
I'm so ready.
Today we start with what has to be kind of like just a easing into him. The first one, the human in Mass Effect 1 where you can romance. We're talking about Ashley Williams, baby.
Okay.
Ashley Williams.
Ashley.
And I'm going to give you a quote to
I'm
read
going to
out.
take notes.
Each one of them I'll provide a quote. Jude, you can give me this one.
Okay. I just Google imaged Ashley Williams.
Oh,
Okay.
there is a link that will be down in the description below that I've sent to the chat.
Ah.
If you click on that, we will see the images of every character.
I see why you
had
didn't
prepared
want to
this.
send us this before because he was like, "Oh, I'm going to send this link to you, but you can't look at it." And then thought about it for a second and said, "I'm not going to send it to you." We went, "Send it to us. What are you talking about?"
Because it gives you a preview in Messenger, and I didn't want you guys to see the preview before today.
I understand.
right.
Listen, I understand.
We ready?
Once my understanding of computers actually begins to function.
How to go with the quote?
Give it to us, Jude.
Why is it that whenever someone says, with all due respect, that they really mean kiss my ass?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to describe her, guy?
She looks like a no-nonsense sort of lady. She's got short black hair, or not short, but tied back black hair. Normal human female face, which that's not very descriptive, but I'm assuming we're going to be getting into aliens, so broad-faced, strong jawline, broad shoulders, and sort of, a very strong figure. All of the pictures are person in space, which is all jumpsuits and shit, so listen, Mass Effect was predisposed, I suppose. And she's otherwise, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to hit?
I'll give you the official description. She is a
right.
human woman with dark brown hair, often tied back, and a
Brown?
strong.
That shit's black, but okay.
In that image, it does look black. That is the official. She is dark brown hair.
Excellent. All right.
Often tied back, with a strong athletic build reflecting her military training. She has large, expressive eyes and sharp features. She has a commanding presence and will often, this is often to hide a softer, more vulnerable side.
I'm getting the vibes of a person who was like, oh, I watched Arcane, and I start trying to talk to them about the lore, and that's the vibes I'm getting from her eyes. It's sort of like a looking down the nose.
Yep.
Born on a human colony named Sayora, Ashley comes from a long line of military service. Mm-hmm. She bears the responsibility of restoring her family's honor after her grandfather, a general, surrendered in the First Contract War, one with the Turians, leaving a stain on her family. She goes from 20s to 30s in the series, so we'll call her mid-20s.
Mm-hmm. Compatible age. That's a good point.
Age.
That's a really good point.
She is a gunnery chief in the Marines, trained as a soldier, and excels in heavy weapons, combat training, and battlefield tactics.
Mm-hmm. Okay, another really good point here. She'll be able to handle Matt because she specializes in heavy weapons, and we know Matt is laden with heavy weapons. So.
I hate you.
I mean, I was going to say that she'll be able to handle Matt because she's in the military, so she's used to just commanding people to do things.
That's true.
Let's talk about her personality.
Excellent.
Yep.
Pros. She is loyal, protective of those she loves, Often outspoken and confident, unafraid to speak her mind, even if it clashes with others' opinions. Disciplined and hardworking, guarded but secretly compassionate and caring under the surface. She also has another side. She's spiritual and poetic, often quoting the works of classic poets.
Okay.
Not a side she often shows, but it's part of it. She also has some flaws. She can be stubborn, argumentative, and resist change. She struggles with the responsibility of restoring her family name and lacks confidence in this sometimes. Though she has worked on this over time, she can also be quite xenophobic and skeptic towards aliens.
All right.
Okay.
Especially because her family has been in a long war of military and literally in a war fighting aliens.
Right.
Yeah. Product of her experience, I guess. Fair enough.
Especially in the first Mass Effect game, she's a little racist.
So all of the things that you just said, guy's written one note as our note taker. Actually, racist.
What? That is no. That is yep. That's all you want to take from her.
Yeah.
What do we think, boys?
Do you want?
This.
I need to ask. I need to ask him at
How on blast do you want us to get?
because like my brain has got a lot of things to say, but I don't know how expose you
Let's
want me
not
to
get too personal here. You don't have to attack me.
We're not going to attack you.
But you can give your honest opinion and your funniest opinion if you want to play that route. But it is your choice how on blast you want to be.
If she is okay, I'm just gonna say
We can cut the recording
No,
if you want to.
I'm just gonna say it. And
By the way, listener, if this gets cut, it means they were so mean I needed to cut. That's like this gets cut. No other reason.
So my immediate one sentence takeaway from this would be: sounds cool. I could see you two getting along well as mates. I, however, think that she is stubborn and argumentative, which will go terribly with you. You two will have awful fights and arguments. I also think that she is going to be purely commanding and not... She'll be telling you what to do all the time, but won't listen to you when you say you want to do a thing. That won't be very compatible with you. You need someone that has give and take. That is a big thing for you. You can't have someone that's just completely placid and wants to follow you, but you also don't want them to just tell you what to do all the time. Therefore, I think you would have awesome, hot, steamy sex once. However, I don't think you would have a long-term relationship that will be very compatible.
What do you think, Guy?
I understand and agree with this. I think that my asterisk on this is there's also context that is important here. As a bachelor, in this context,
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
Thank you.
The one holding the roses. I believe that the argumentative, competitive side of you would very much be a thing. Matt is a wonderful, wonderful person. Long-time friend. Very kind, very nice.
We're now talking in the third person.
He cannot lose an argument or else his ego will be crippled.
Yeah. Maybe this is a really good point.
Yeah.
This has been good. Maybe you guys should describe my 3 red flags and 3 green flags. Then we can get really into it if you want. If we're mentioning them, we can just. Do you guys feel confident you have 3 or just a couple? Or do you want to just spruce them in as...
I'll list them as we go, I think.
Okay, sure.
List them as we go.
I think because it's going to come up as we, hear the
Yeah,
things.
sure.
Another incompatibility, I don't believe that her being racist is particularly compatible with your worldview.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And beyond that, as a person, as a general thing, sounds like she's got a lot of work hang-ups and a lot of my family responsibility. It sounds like she's going to be out a lot. She's got other things that are going to come before you, and that's not good in any relationship.
I think honestly, in my experience with Matt, I think he can work with a working gal, but I think it's the commanding side that would cause more issues.
I thought you were going to say he can work with a racist.
He can work with a racist.
I thought you were going to say that. I'm
But how old is she?
Fuck. Oh god.
I think there are also things that we can't get into necessarily, which I assume by the list we can presuppose that there is a physical attraction. Is that an allowed thing?
They're all hot.
Excellent. Perfect.
Okay. I'm going to say that.
I'm just going to square that off because I don't want to start getting into it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
there are some I wouldn't probably be they wouldn't pick. Like obviously if I was picking by pure physical attraction to them, but I've kept them in because it's your choice. It's your choice.
And also, it's a different society. You've grown up.
All the aliens are. Don't worry about that.
Excellent. I think Ashley. We'll see how the rest of the cast comes in, but
she's not a strong contender.
She's not a strong contender,
as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, good.
I think that she would get
We
through the
just set a
first
ground
couple.
rule. A standard human. I'm just setting a standard human round.
I think she'd get through the first couple rounds because I have a suspicion we're going to get worse, but I don't think she's getting to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, that is first. We have Tali Zora Naraya. That is her full name.
Okay.
Her name changes depending on where she is and what she is. The Nara means born to her star Raha, Raya. I believe there is other things that she changes when she joins like a crew. But we just call her Tali for now.
Okay.
That's what they call her.
Right.
So, Guy, give me this quote.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
Here he comes.
The pilgrimage proves that we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this?
Okay. Now, Jude, would you like to describe her with the photo you have?
I sure can. Am I describing the left or the right one first, or just both?
The left is what she usually wears.
Okay.
Because the Quarians are an interesting race of people. She is a Quarian.
Yeah. So the
who
ones
have a
that
very
have the artificial AI that
yes, they are. So they're the
Yeah.
nomadic race.
Yeah.
They have a very weak immune system.
Okay. Wait, hang on. What?
They have a very weak immune system.
Aren't they computer? Am I stupid?
that's
No,
the
no,
Geth.
they created
My bad,
the
my
Geth,
bad,
yeah.
my
Yeah.
bad.
They have a very weak immune system, meaning when they go out, when they were off their planet, in any other place, they have to keep these things or they get very sick or die very
shit.
quickly.
Okay.
The other photo is a photo where she, in a very rare circumstance, where she takes off her helmet.
Okay. Okay. So the one in her like warrior suit, bio suit, protective suit, whatever, is kind of picture like really dark blue skin tight lycra kind of material, but then it's got like metal light blue platings on like the upper arms, the forearms, around the neck. And then it's got like a sash across the left chest, and then her face is covered with a dark glass mask with like a respirator on the front, and then there's like a headdress of dark fabric across the top. Her outside of her armor,
Mantis.
yeah, basically,
With glowing eyes.
yeah, mantis with glowing eyes
And
is
no antennas. And human hair.
well, she's got the long eyebrows by the looks of it.
That's true. That's true.
She looks, if anyone's read Stormlight Archive, she's kind of got a Thalen appearance to her, which is kind of funny. They have really long eyebrows. That's their whole thing. They style them. It's funny. But yeah, dark hair, olive skin, very, very tight, thin lips, slightly more closed eyes than round, and she has really cool gold necklace thing going on.
Yeah, it's sort of evocative of the traditional, I think it's African neckwear, where they have the rings up the neck.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something to draw on.
Okay, cool. Well, they gave a pretty good description. The suit again hides her physical appearance, but
It does not.
It's pretty revealing of her.
Listen.
Skin
They
tight.
can do
It's skin tight,
building,
that's
but they
fair.
need to sell something.
But
There's a human body there that is.
She is described as having brown or black hair and a youthful face with distinct Quarian appearance when her helmet is removed. And again, as you said, olive skin and glowing yellow eyes. No pupils, just eyes. What? History. So Tali's father, a prominent scientist, was one of the Quarians responsible for researching the Geth and the dangers of artificial intelligence. This
He didn't do his job.
This relationship between Quarians and Geth is central to Tali's personal story, especially as she tries to understand both her people's history and the consequences of AI creation. She also seeks redemption for her father's actions and trying to solve the Geth crisis. Yes, that's why she's on her pilgrimage. Yes. Pros. So, Tali is extremely intelligent. She is a brilliant engineer and technician. Her keen intellect is all but unmatched. She's also very confident in her intelligence as well. One of her quotes is like, I'm a Quarian, give me fucking a couple pieces of fucking scrap and I'll make a fucking ship. You know, like, that's very, not quite the quote, but yeah. But she's fucking Tony Stark in a cave.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Kind of vibe.
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
I have that reference in one of my episodes coming up. We can't use that now.
Every episode.
Every episode, it's Tony Stark.
Fiercely loyal, and she cares extremely with the people and causes she cares about. Unlike most of her species, she's actually very compassionate and empathetic. She often supports she offers support and kindness towards those she believes are suffering, which is a rarity for her species. They're much more disciplined and kind of don't focus on that compassion side.
Mm-hmm.
She's brave in the face of physical dangers and in the face of moral dilemmas, and both she faces head on and straight. She won't shy from a dilemma. Flaws. She can be naive and idealistic to the point of impracticality. She can be emotional, vulnerable. She wears her heart on her sleeve, and her judgment can be clouded by strong emotions such as guilt or grief. Mm-hmm. Protective. She's very protective of those those she cares about, and this opens her up to dangers. Stubborn in her sense of loyalty and responsibility. She also tends to she'd feel isolated by her responsibilities, and this leads her to doubt herself and make her hesitate.
Okay.
Also, for your reckoning, how do you mate with Aquarian?
Why? What do you? Oh, their immune system's fucked up.
Yeah, well, also they're an alien. So
is there not biological compatibility here?
There is. I'm just gonna
Is it going to be like some Masari shit where you have to like stare into their eyes?
The microphone, Jude.
We'll get to that.
You can't touch me.
We'll get to this is. It isn't exactly explained how Aquarians mate, but we do know some things. Aquarian who wishes to remove their suit must take antibiotics, immunoboosters, herbal supplements, or all in order to do first for safety, and even then there is inherent risks. As a result, physical acts of affection are difficult for Aquarians, even for purposes of reproduction. We know it's possible for humans, though it will make them more sick because humans have germs that they don't have.
Shit.
It's highly recommended for humans.
Anytime you fuck, she's gonna get sick.
Yeah. It's highly recommended for humans to self-sterilize before getting intimate, especially because any oral contact is very dangerous. It's like kissing and shit. The most intimate thing that Aquarians can do with another Aquarian is link their environmental suits. So they basically link up their suits. This can be dangerous and is considered one of the most sacred forms of trust. It will at least make them sick, but they'll eventually get used to each other over time.
Oh, okay. That's I assume not, because Aquarians are quite sterile. It's not a thing for humans.
No, not a thing for humans. That's just an interesting thing in their culture. So again, the way that works, everything kind of works similar. But again, anytime you like to physically touch them or any kind of get physical with them, you have to sterilize, completely sterilize. They have to take boosters, and they'll still even then be sick. So there is kind of that gap there. But again, I think from what we know, they fuck like humans.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I'm seeing a lot of compatibility.
I was going to say, when you described the personality, you kind of described the type of girl that you would typically date, to be really, really
optimistic
honest.
To the point of naivety. Yes, that's what.
But I mean, in terms of like,
hope none of my exes were.
But like in terms
more a slight on you.
In the intelligence side,
True.
Not shying away from moral dilemma, hard on their sleeve, very emotionally affectionate, very compassionate and passionate about people they care about. They're not going to just like leave you behind.
Intelligent.
Very loyal. That's the first thing I said, buddy. I said intelligent and doesn't shy away from moral dilemmas.
Well, one of us needs to be.
Yeah, and also like I'm getting the bubbly personality vibes from this person as well. There are a lot of things that typically Matt would be.
Yes.
Just, what the fuck? I'm just describing people Matt would be attracted to. But it's very typically the things that I would probably expect you to be attracted to about a person.
I'm glad I put you in an awkward situation because I'm feeling awkward. So this is
this is great.
I'm fine. I think the sterility thing is I like the personality.
Matt is not a very sterile person.
I think he is. I think he's.
I do have a lot of like illnesses. That's the one problem. I get sick a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm immune to any one of these environmental suits.
Maybe.
But I have like rhinitis and shit.
Yeah.
Like chronic.
Like your skin.
You guys can take your antibiotics together. That's cute. I think that there is a lot here. I think this comes down to a personal thing. I think that there is a level of intimacy dependent on the relationship. And otherwise, I would say, personality-wise, well out in front. Motivations, characteristics. This girl is very, very high on my list.
Also, she's an alien.
that's fine.
That's a pro for me.
That's a pro.
Excellent. Matt would love to date an alien.
He would not shut the fuck up about it, which, Godspeed, neither would I. Yeah, no, 100%. I think that this is just a matter of like I think, oh my God. But then there's so many like little things. Like you can't look directly into their eyes because there's like a black shield over their face. That
is rough.
There's a lot of bits here where it's like this is a perfect person, but the vehicle which it is delivered in is not ideal. Yeah. God damn.
We can get a clear version, you know.
You can get a little white Posca pen and just do a little smiley face on there. That's
every time he looks at his wife,
and then every time just gotta rub it out and bring a frowny face.
Where's that from? Oh my God. Anyway, yes. No, I'm high up voting this 100%.
Pretty high. I'm keen to see what else comes next, but like compared to Ashley, I think the current difference that I'm seeing, Ashley is definitely a girl that Matt would have a one night fling with at a club, and that would be as far as it goes. Talia, I could see being
anymore,
like
guys.
A long term.
The last time I went to a club.
That's true.
You literally got dragged to one. Anyway, I'm not bringing that up on there. Talia, on the other hand, is someone that I could see Matt being long term.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
But also, then there's the side of like, you're going to be having sex like maybe once every 6 months because a lot of effort, and then you get sick afterwards.
Yeah, that's tough.
Is that how do you feel about that, Matt? Because I don't know what your like it's idealistic sex in a relationship. Because some people do that, and that's fine for them. Or is this a pass on air question?
No, 100%. Listen, let's set that ground rule now. If you want to pass a question, pass the question. That's not a thing that we're gonna trespass on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Physical intimacy can be important.
I think it would be a little annoying, and I'm a big fan of physical touch as a love language. And it's just like small things, like small physical touches.
I think there's explosions going on outside.
We just heard an explosion.
I don't think it. Oh, it might be someone moving bins. Don't worry about it. Or it may be thunder.
That was really loud.
Bins, thunder, explosion. It's the same thing. It could be any of them. But I think it would be annoying, but I think for the right person, for the right personality, it'd be worth it.
Yep.
I also think she is very, very attractive.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
I think all of them are going to be, but yes, in particular.
But like... There's a reason the superhero genre plays on the aesthetics that it does. Is all I will say. All I will say. One little wrench to throw in there as well.
We do need to keep moving.
I know we've got to keep moving, but also you're engineer as a profession. She's an engineer as a profession.
That's true.
That's a compatibility.
Yep.
Also shouldn't mix the workplace and personal life.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's why I date an arts girl.
Yeah, I'm in tech. She's in mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still.
Yeah, compatible. Yeah, nope, on.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yep.
Move on.
That was Tali.
Forwards.
Let's move to Jack, a.k.a. Subject Zero.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
I'm seeing a lot of Jack.
Yep. This is your quote, Jude.
Oh, okay. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough, and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch.
Damn.
Yeah. So, would you like to describe it, guy?
What the fuck is going on? All right.
I'm so glad I didn't have to describe it.
All right. Let's start at the top. Human, as far as I can tell, correct?
Yes.
Human.
Is she one of those biotech girls?
Psionics?
She has, yes.
Yes?
She has biotech.
I can't tell where the tattoos stop and the tech begins, but the barest part of clothing, because we've only got like hips up, is like the space future bikini is the closest I can get to
She
this.
usually has pretty revealing vests.
Very revealing vest with a ton of tattoos across her chest, large stars, runic patterns and patterns down her arms, bald shaved head with a barcode on the side of it. Fucking agent. Oh God, what's Hitman? Agent 7? I don't fucking remember.
47.
47. That's the one. Big red lips. Alt punk girl. Slit eyebrows. Something yellow on her ear. I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, punk alt girl, future tech. Very, very cyberpunk. I'm reading.
Yeah. So, Jack is a tall, muscular woman with a shaved head, tattoos across her body, and distinctive scars that highlight her rough life.
Oh, yes, across her shoulders and things.
She sometimes grows her hair a little further out, but that is her.
Like right through her tummy.
No,
damn.
but that's like a autopsy scar.
Yeah,
That's like opening the chest cavity.
She often wears tight, combat-ready clothing, and her biotic abilities manifest harnessing her destructive energy through her body. She has a hard exterior and a strong, intimidating presence. So a lot of those scars are from biotic implants.
Okay.
History. She was taken as a child and subject to brutal, invasive experiments by Cerberus, an organization, which sought to unlock and enhance her biotic potential. She is one of the most powerful human biotics alive. The experiments left her emotionally damaged and with significant control over her biotics, but at the cost of her mental well-being. After escaping from Cerberus, she led a life of violence, isolation, and distrust. She became a notorious criminal whose crimes include piracy, kidnapping, murder, and vandalism. Damn. Pros. Through her rough exterior, she is deeply protective of the things and people she cares about. She is courageous to a point of fearlessness. She will take on a battle outmanned and outgunned. She willing to take risk and deal with difficult decisions. She's honest to the point of being blunt, straightforward, and communicates. Strong sense of self, resilient, confident, and independent. She has flaws. She is impulsive and quick to anger. A fight, words, and physically come easy to Jack. She has problems trusting people. She puts up emotional walls and struggles to form bonds. She can be erratic and emotionally unstable, repressing trauma. Surely doesn't help. This leads her to feel overwhelmed and lash out. Tends to isolate, push people away, and believes she can be all by herself. She struggles with authority or control by any means, and loves to rebel.
Yeah, this one's a no from me.
This girl will hurt you.
Yeah, because I think that you would be intimidated.
This
by
is
this
the one
girl.
night stand from New Zealand.
Yeah.
But like blunt to the point of being straightforward. If she was attracted to Matt and she was just like, yeah, absolutely, one night stand. But
That's so
instant.
That's actually really funny you say that, because in the game she approaches the main character and goes, "Would you like to fuck?" Basically.
Exactly, like
and
that.
then if you fuck her, then you get the one night stand and that's it. But if you say no and like try to meet her as a character, then you can form a relationship.
There you go.
It's really funny.
You follow the Mass Effect thing. I 100% believe that. And listen, the next morning, I don't know whether she's gone before you wake up or whether she's there to berate you and hurt you, but that's... No. I wouldn't interfere with your relationship, but...
If you share
This
that
is the kind of
dating
person
her,
you'd be
I'd
like, take me aside and be like, are you okay?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
that's it.
So I'm not allowed to date hurt
No.
people.
You
Hurt people?
No, it's more that she's very punk alt girl, and you're a very not punk alt girl kind of guy, you know?
Yes.
Listen, I think it would be funny. Don't get me wrong. If it worked, sure. But there's not enough compassion here. There's not enough love, dare I say. And
Yeah.
maybe that's wrong. Maybe Mass Effect, the full thing, once you pass through that prickly exterior. But no.
she's got so much power, guys. She's so strong. She's
Yeah.
dangerous.
We have a joke in
learning
our friend
things.
group that Matt is afraid of powerful women.
Matt is afraid of
and
powerful
this is
women.
a very powerful woman.
I'm afraid,
Powerful
but also
woman.
attracted to powerful women.
Yeah.
I'll say both.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Queen
Also,
Elizabeth.
But I think you have to
some
both-
god does not want us doing this episode. There is thunder and raining.
I just checked
crazy
the rain
outside.
radar. It's like red over the top of us.
Holy
And there
shit.
wasn't rain predicted for today, or at least there wasn't much.
Wild.
The gods are angered at us talking.
He's trying to solve my dating life.
Yeah.
And the gods.
Yeah.
We've met in the gods.
Also, I feel the need to share this with the viewers. Guy has his dogs out and he keeps like touching my knee with his toes.
Listen,
Get off.
you're
Get
already
off.
uncomfortable. This
I'm
is
enjoying
just...
it. I'm enjoying it. Honestly, it's making me happy.
I exploded my Vans in the previous week, like to the point that my toes were out. So I've been wearing Birkenstocks, and listen, they don't sit on my feet well when we're recording. So I got them dogs out.
He does.
DM me.
don't DM.
Hey,
So
you
what-
guys may have jobs.
What do we think?
Fancy
What-
boys.
So, is there anything else you'd like to say about Jack?
No, honestly, I'm pretty content with saying, yeah.
Is she currently at the bottom of our list of picks?
Hot, great one night stand, hot. She needs a guy who wants to fix her, and I love you, Matt. I don't think the mental duress required for this would be healthy for you.
I'll be honest, she's really not my type.
I'm
not too unhappy with you guys.
I think even Ashley, I could see you if you had to. If for some reason you had to have a relationship with Ashley or you had an arranged marriage, you could work with Ashley.
Oh yeah.
This girl, no snowball chance in hell. Fuck no.
Okay.
Nothing.
Cool.
Who's next?
That was setting up things.
There's no fucking way that's a picture from the game. There's zero fucking chance.
She does. I couldn't find an exact picture of wearing. I know she does wear this in the game.
Jesus.
So I believe this is. I was trying to look for it.
Come on, give me the quote. Give me the quote.
I'm not going to give you the quote. I'm going to just, for good reason, I'm going to describe, because our next partner is an Asari. For reasons we will soon see, for the unique condition of this person, I'm going to describe how the normal Asari mating goes.
A lot of eye contact.
A lot of eye contact. The Asari join with another intelligent species in a psychic link called melding. During melding, this is a direct quote from the week that I couldn't describe better than it. During melding, the eyes of the Asari initiate the meld dilate as she consciously attunes her nervous system with her partners, sending and receiving electrical impulses directly through the skin. However, physical contact is not necessary. A common phrase used before melding is embrace eternally. Presumably to help focus the partner's mind. Effectively, the Asari and her partner briefly become a unified nervous system, sharing memories, thoughts, and feelings. This is their equivalent of sex.
Cool.
So by dilate, I mean their eyes basically go black.
So they don't actually have sex.
They do not sex. They are an asexual species.
Okay.
Hottest species in the galaxy and they don't have sex. What the fuck is the point?
I feel like melding your nervous system, sharing memories, thoughts, and feelings is a bit deeper than sex, guy.
And I agree, but also like they've really over-sexualized the model of this character. You know what I mean?
Breasted boobily understates the
image.
It's supposed to be a hot species, okay?
No, 100%. But the oh my god, yeah.
If they would like to mate, so that every time they do this, they don't have to like have a baby. If they would like to.
That was a sick bit of thunder.
Sorry, God. If they would like to, they can use they can merge their own and their partner's DNA if they are Asari. Asaris can mate successfully reproduce with other species. Not the gender doesn't matter. The offspring resulting from such interspecies pairings are always Asari.
The dominant gene bit. And because they're all
not
female.
Dominant genes. It's like they have nothing to create because they're making an Asari. And the melding makes an Asari if they want to. They get pregnant. But they make an Asari. Using the meld... Basically what they use... if the Asari is an interspecies pairing, they are always Asari and they take no DNA from their partner. Instead, the Asari use the meld to explore her partner's genetic heritage and pass desirable traits down as a map to randomize the genes of the offspring. So they basically go like, oh, you have brown eyes, let's put some brown eyes sparkle in there. You might have brown eyes, right? The gene. So they kind of like use it to like kind of like randomize, put it in there. So they're not making a clone of themselves, right?
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think of that?
Do we get green flags, red flags? Green flags.
Well,
what do you think of a psychic meld?
Okay. I guess it depends how it feels, because I get that that's like the Asari's thing, but how does it feel for a human? You know, like are they kissing you, like you're all getting amped up?
Physical touch
ready.
is not required. You just look at each other.
You can physically touch, but it's not required.
But my point is like you're in the mood, she's in the mood, you're getting intimate, things are happening.
Hey baby,
and then suddenly
wanna
she just
meld?
like stares into your eyes, and then's like, that was so good. Do you feel blue balls?
No. You go into this psychic mend. You feel the psychic mend, and it can be really overwhelming. It can be like the immense point of like. It can be like the ultimate intimacy.
Mm-hmm. So you get a nut in your pants every time.
No, maybe. I don't know. Actually,
We do not get to see the post cutscene.
We don't see his pants. No, we don't see his
No,
pants.
we don't see Shepard awkwardly walking to the bathroom.
They cut that bit.
We
for time.
can. It's the ultimate intimacy. It's basically like becoming one. I imagine it's very pleasurable. Because, like...
You have to.
Yeah. Because why else? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well, I'm going to send you a quote.
Yeah.
Who's next to receive a quote?
Yeah.
Me.
What?
You did the last.
No, you did the last one. It was
No,
the
you
punk
did
girl.
the last one.
No, you absolutely.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna put my finger up your
Please
butt.
take a guy.
Like, don't tempt me.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
My lovers spent their last moments experiencing a pleasure you can't imagine.
So, obviously, they do get pleasurable.
Yeah, that. Okay.
Cool. Yep. Sick.
My god.
So, this is Morinith. Morinith?
Yeah.
Once.
Appears to be a strikingly beautiful Asari with distinctive features such as glowing blue skin and mesmerizing eyes. She dresses in revealing attire designed to reflect
one
her
word for it.
seductive nature. Is
Uh-huh.
there anything else you'd like to add, Jude, to that?
She's got a cool like gold eyebrow like crown almost. I assume it's some form of jewelry attached to her face.
They're decorative markings, yeah.
Decorative markings, yeah. Yeah, the revealing attire is definitely the word.
It's a Seneca cut bodysuit with side boob for eternity.
Yep, I don't quite understand how that's just side boob based on the angle, but yeah. The physics of this photograph are very confusing.
That's true. History. She was born to the daughter of an Asari matriarch, Samara, a just and honorable warrior. However, a genetic anomaly surfaced early, leading to her rejection by her mother, hunted from her as a part of her mother's duty to eliminate the, and I'm going to butcher this, Ardat Yaxi. Ardak Yatsi, meaning demon of the night winds, is a rare genetic condition that affects the nervous system. Long story short, when they mate with another, they overwhelm them, causing a hemorrhage in the victim's brain.
Oh.
They die of the snoo-snoo?
Death by snoo-snoo.
Yeah.
So wait, if you have sex with her, you will die.
Yes.
And it's not even proper sex. Like, you're not even getting...
But you do get, like, the highest pleasure possible.
And then die immediately.
Is it possible for her to have sex with you and you not die?
No.
Oh, okay, well.
Well, yeah.
Also, how embarrassing to be thrown out by your mum because you can't fuck.
The condition makes... Every time they do this, and the only way you find out is basically they have sex and they kill someone.
Yeah. Oof.
So, but every time they do it, it makes them smarter, stronger, and deadlier each time. They basically absorb your brain energy.
This is a succubus.
Yeah, literally.
This condition also causes a natural tendency to dominate others and an addictive urge to mate, which gets stronger every time they do.
Oh dear.
They are exiled or executed by the Asari culture. When originally they were on their planet, there's a nice thing that they thought these guys were gods of like destruction and death.
So she's really horny, and she's so horny that she will kill you when you have sex.
Yes.
Basically.
And every time you have sex, she gets stronger and smarter and wants to have sex more.
I've started both these last two Mass Effect episodes with the joke of, Mass Effect, it's the game where you have sex. I did not know that it was core to a species lore that there are mass destructive creatures who just cannot stop having, admittedly, asterisks, their species version of sex.
Melding.
Yeah.
They're going to meld with you real hard, yeah.
Morinith went into hiding, traveling across the galaxy, leaving a trail of dead lovers in her wake.
Damn.
Personalities. She is charming and charismatic. She has a magnetic personality and speaks eloquently and composed. She's highly intelligent, has a mind of tactics. She also uses her wit to survive and allure others to get what she wants. Highly resourcefulness and adaptable, she is confident and assured in herself. But she also has some flaws. She's narcissistic and self-centered, obsessed with power and controlling others. She moves people like pawns and tools. She has a lack of remorse, seeing her victim as necessary sacrifice for her own satisfaction and survival. Dangerous and a bit unstable. Her constant need to feed on others makes her unpredictable. She's also willing to manipulate and deceive. Her isolation has left her resentful and bitter and wanting to work alone.
Okay.
What do we think?
I have thoughts. and I can summarize it pretty quickly with she's the bottom of my list now. I don't think you're very compatible. Ignoring the whole you die if she has sex with you.
I'll be honest, boys, I'm willing.
I'll be honest, I think
Probably
she's
in.
even less compatible with your narcissistic and controlling are like two of your biggest red flags. I think that you would have a better time with Jack than you would with Morinth. I also, however, would say I think this woman would kill you IRL.
No, genuinely, 100%.
I think that the mad urge to have sex with an alien and her being really seductive, I think she would lure you in, and I think
charming,
she would die.
magnetic personality.
I'm glad you don't think I'm strong enough to resist it.
No, I hope you are smart enough. I know that you can be smart enough.
So you don't necessarily have to die to her sex.
No, you die if she has sex with you. That is a guarantee.
You don't have to have sex with her.
You don't have to have sex with her, but if you do, gone.
I think,
and she wants to have sex with you because it makes her more powerful.
Because
she has an addictive urge to have sex with
I
you.
hope God gives you the strength to resist this woman. I don't know if he will.
If she was the first one I met, I don't think I could.
I was going to say, I think it does depend on two things. How widely known she is and how widely known the possible dangers of sex with Asari are. Because I think for all of the likelihood of you being suckered in to have sex with the alien, I think that if you'd heard of, there is a thing where these Asari people can sometimes kill you, I think that you would actually be smart enough to not. But it depends how widely known that is.
There's a fun fact. In the game, she tells Shepard she believes his will is strong enough that she's met him, and he believes he will survive. And she's like, you're the strongest will person I've ever met in my life. You'll survive this. I don't know if she believes that, but she tells Shepard that.
Interesting.
And it's not true, right?
And he fucks her and she dies.
Listen.
If you mate with her in the game, Shepard the main character dies.
That's funny.
I will say this, though. I playing Baldur's Gate, I'm one of the people who allowed Astarion to drain me until I fucking died. So, listen, I'd fall for it, too. Hey, I get it. I'm lucky that I'm in a committed relationship since high school. But by God, do I understand your position. The modern dating market, man, it's getting worse out there.
They're killing you now.
This over Hinge, you know what I
mean? Not on the list, but
I thought I'd give you that. She's the romance option in the game. She's a fun one too.
Yeah.
Oh, so
is this ticking into the next one?
Yes, it is.
Another Asari.
Okay, this one hopefully won't kill you.
In this age, people see shades of grey everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white.
So, what's better than death by sex? Her mum, baby!
Oh!
This is her mum.
We got a MILF on the Bachelor, boys!
Let's go.
Samara is a disciplined and serious Asari Justicar, with blue skin and white markings, and glowing purple eyes. Standing tall and composed, she wears dark purple armor, reflecting her strict adherence to the Justicar code. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I zoomed into this image, and the regal looking down the nose disgust at me lined up perfectly with a boom of thunder outside. This woman would kill me.
Yeah. Does she have the same condition as her daughter?
No, she does not.
Oh, okay, so you could fuck her, right?
No, I'm not saying when we're having sex. This woman would kill me.
Oh, no, I know what you're meaning.
Excellent.
I mean, for Matt's sake, he could fuck her and not die.
Yes. We're going to have to put a disclaimer at the top of this episode, I'm very much realizing.
Yeah, probably. That's fine.
That's fine. Listener, you committed to this because you heard that warning. Okay, she very much looks similar. Rather than the gold of her daughter, she's got red regal decoration. She has a large neck adornment, gold and purple, and a very similar low center cut bodysuit with a red bodysuit and
They got a lot of bodysuits in space.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's why sci-fi and fantasy, not fantasy, superheroes are two of the best.
Yeah. She is an Asari Justicar, a member of a strict order that upholds justice across the galaxy.
Justicer?
Following a code that demands she seek out and punish those who commit horrendous crimes. She's basically kind of like the Secret Service of the Asari.
Oh.
They have that thing, they have a code, and they go and they do it.
KGB.
The Samara, all Asari are terrified of them.
Mm-hmm.
Samara is bound by her code, and her strong sense of duty often leads her to make hard choices in a pursuit of righteousness. She is over 1,000 years old, having lived a long and disciplined life.
MILF.
She's also she is the mother of 3 daughters. One, as we just talked about. Her daughter that we just talked about, Morinth, rejected her mother's code, became dangerous and rebellious individual, leading Samara to track her down and to bring her to justice. Yes. So, pros. She is honorable and disciplined, has a strong moral compass, and values justice and fairness. She is loyal and reliable, disciplined, and she's often self-sacrificing for her duty and responsibilities. They come before all else. Flaws. She can be rigid and uncompromising. Her code is inflexible, and so is she. Emotionally distant. She represses her emotions, having her difficulty connecting with others on an emotional level. Imposing and overbearing, judgmental and overly authoritative. Haunted by guilt. She is sometimes haunted by the choices she's made from her strict code. And that is honestly probably the thing that's made her the most cold, including what she's done to her own daughter.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
I'm gonna forward this. I think you would get with an Asari. You just picked the 2 worst ones.
Okay, the one Asari we didn't talk about now was had a very, very, very similar personality. She was like a researcher who was intelligent and compassionate, very similar to Tali. So
that's fair.
I didn't want to put her on the system, basically the same thing as Tali.
I think she would be somewhere on the list, but I just think the 2 Asari you've picked, one would kill you, so God willing you have the strength to resist that, and this woman would emotionally kill you.
Yeah.
But can I say, with all due respect,
Yeah.
Mummy?
Can
I say, with all due respect, with a feminist mindset?
No, I was so genuinely thinking through, just like, do I even mention this to my girlfriend? How do I reason this?
Look, I guess with Samara, would she work? Yes. Would she be better for you than Jack and Morinth? Yes. However, I think she's even beneath Ashley in terms of compatibility with Matt.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think she would change you a lot and push you a lot, and I think that she'd be the kind of person where, like, I'd come over for dinner with you and the wife, and we'd be sitting around the dinner table, and she'd be like, yes, Matt, how did you go with that big assignment with work the other day? And you'd be like, I haven't quite finished off yet. And she'd be like, you should probably finish that before you go back to socializing with your friends. And you'd be like,
go do it now.
Yeah, of course. Then as you leave, she'd be like, I'm so proud of how hard he works, but I wish he'd focus more to like us while you're not. You know what I mean?
She does feel like the type of person who would bring personal issues to the table.
Yeah, 100%.
Or just like start fights. This is more. I'm beginning to pivot and realize that I am much more in the mindset of protecting you from these people.
She feels like someone I'd have to pull you aside and be like, hey man, she seems great. I think the difference is Jack, I worry Jack would kill you / like fuck you up emotionally. Samara would just like push you too hard. Do you know what I mean?
I see. Well, we've had some pretty good options today, right? I think that sums up Samara pretty well, right?
Yeah.
We have some pretty good options today. Now we're getting into
Jesus Christ.
Our last option today is a spice choice from the DLC in Mass Effect 3. This is a Prothean.
Oh my
God. One Prothean, they wake up. And I'll send you the last quote.
I love that every time we've introduced one of the characters, there's been a strike of thunder. God does not want us
It's
to do
crazy how consistent that is.
Oh my God.
War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
So, would you like to describe this?
No, I don't. I would not like to describe this. I shall, though. God, it's like someone took a crab and it just extended it down into a face. So, like, the top of a crab is the top of this thing's head. It's got 4 eyes kind of just below the ridge line, and then it extends down into sort of like a blue jellyfish kind of... Oh, what the fuck is going on?
He's got gross lips.
Yeah, like, hey, They look pretty... No, they look dry.
You were going to say they look wet.
I was going to say they look wet, but they're puckered. They're not... Like...
This is Javik. Javik has a tall, muscular build and a distinct alien appearance with dark blue
Didn't
skin
you say all the aliens
and
are hot?
glowing red eyes and overall rigid and angular. He's an exception to the rule.
Okay.
Yeah. He looks somewhere between an insect and an amphibian. Mm-hmm. He was a soldier, a member of the Prothean military during their war against the Reapers.
I thought we
were given ground rules at the start.
I thought we were only pairing you up with the ladies.
Javik's an exception.
He wanted to throw the curveball.
Matt is okay. Yeah, Matt will make.
I wrote his whole description, and then I realized he is a he, and he only will date the female version because you can pick male or female in the game.
Yeah.
But I couldn't not leave him in.
Can't take him
It was
back.
either a boring person or Javik, and I wanted Javik.
Yeah.
Javik is Matt's hall pass. Got it.
Thank you. I just wanted him. So he was in a war against the Reapers 60,000 years ago.
Excellent.
Well, 50,000 years ago, which ultimately led to the extinction of his species.
Mm-hmm.
He was being in a stasis ship on the until he was brought aboard onto the Normandy after he was awoken by the Cerberus organization, and his awakening revealed his anger for the loss of his people and the destruction of his civilization. His pros. He is courageous and loyal to his friends and his sense of duty. Mm-hmm. He's extremely wise and insightful, with coming from his ancient times. He's pragmatic and direct, no nonsense, and amazing in high-pressure situations. He focuses on results. Mm-hmm. He has some flaws, though. Mm-hmm. He is cynical and distrustful. Mm-hmm. The extinction of his entire species left him in a rough state. Emotional detachment. He struggles to connect with others and form deep bonds. He often comes off as cold or indifferent. He is blunt and abrasive. Has a tendency to be harsh and lack tact or subtlety. He is pessimistic, has a constant sense of hopelessness and dismissive of others' ideas for a better future. He comes from an older time where other species were considered primitive. I think he calls one of the other, like the Solarians, lizard people.
Oh my god. So he's just a boomer, basically.
Yeah. The ultimate boomer. What do you think, boy?
Top of the list. Gives you the discipline you need.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
can fix him.
I agree. No,
Don't
he can
put
fix
Javik
Matt.
on the top of the list,
He can fix
please.
Matt.
We've been taking this so seriously. Don't put Javik on the
You
top.
put him
You
in here.
ruined
You
this.
put him on the list. You got to fix the traumatized alien. You dug this grave, now lie in it.
It is unknown how they mate, as in the game, all we know is after a party, Shepard, the female version of Shepard, wakes up in a bed with Javik, and he declares that there is at least one good thing that primitives are good at.
God damn. Javik got those lines. Got those racism lines.
Oh my god.
And Shepard tells him to fucking shut up and never speak a word of this to anyone.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
All right. Javik, not on the list. But if you are a Javik fucker, please give me your reasoning. And if it's for completion's sake, that doesn't count.
That's fair.
Hey,
That's fair.
some people like the silver foxy old man vibe, and maybe that's the vibe that they get from him.
I don't know what you're seeing, but I respect
I'm not
the
seeing
take.
it. I'm not seeing it, but I'm saying maybe that's what other people are seeing.
Javik's not on the list. Javik's not an option because, as you said, disqualified by your own rules. And beyond that, incompatible. Just not compatible.
Regardless,
He doesn't like guys. So
I was going to say, regardless
Racist,
of how
old.
much Matt may like Javik wouldn't like Matt. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's why I had to eliminate other people as well. There's something about Javik, you know? Look at him.
Look at those puckered up little lips.
Yeah, anyone just Google it, Javik.
Yeah.
Javak. He's just an interesting man.
Yep.
How'd you write the whole description with that? Okay, don't worry. No, it's fine. It's fine.
That realizing to he?
Yeah,
I was tired, man.
that's fair, honestly.
Okay.
All right.
So decision time.
Have you got more to get through before we give our final dictation?
There is one more I've written a description for that would make probably the choice a little harder, but she's pretty similar to one of the other characters.
No, quick fly.
Quick Fly?
Quick fly. We're on an hour.
Bring
we
her
can go for
in,
an hour
bring her
20.
in.
Let's go.
Okay,
Bring
so
her
scroll
in.
down
Because
a little.
currently it's a.
Scroll down a little further.
There's nothing to further to scroll to,
actually,
Chief.
I did delete her. So just Google. I'll update the document. Lyara.
Lyara.
Lyara Mass Effect. Lyara.
Ah.
So this is the Asari from the first game that you can
I have a suspicion that people are fans of this, considering the first page of results. Why do you not have this?
What?
Oh, you rearranged it. It's the other way around.
I've given you a quote, sirs. I don't know whose turn it is to take a quote.
It is Jude's turn.
Yeah. So we have another Asari. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Lyara is an Asari. A long-lived, she's Asari. We know what Asari is. She has light blue skin, a slim build, and head tendrils instead of hair, typical of her species. At the start of the species, she is 106 years old, a young adult by Asari standards. And yeah, that is her.
That's excellent.
She's pretty standard for an Asari. I don't know how else to describe her. Would you like to describe her, Guy?
Yeah, I mean, compared to the other Asaris, she's rather unadorned. Not as many like eyebrow fixtures or crowns or pieces. Just much more of a down-to-earth looking sort of person. She obviously is in the space jumpsuit, which flattering to all the Asari that we've seen thus far, and the trend continues. And yeah, otherwise looks very down to very pretty face. Honestly, the Asari, I haven't gotten it thus far, but there's a close up shot of her face, and I understand it. The blue sparkling eyes, something reminiscent of freckles across the cheeks, and yeah,
very classically pretty build.
Classic
complexion.
pretty.
Yeah.
She is the daughter of a matriarch, Benza, a powerful Asari leader. She is conflicted with differing views from her mother. She grew up immersed in academia, specializing in Prothean archaeology and xenotechnology. Her work focusing on uncovering the secrets of the extinct Prothean race. Personality. She's highly intelligent and constantly curious. Passionately pursues her studies. She is compassionate and kind, offering emotional support to those around her. She is adaptable and resilient. She's shown to be able to adapt to the ability to adapt to dangerous situations when needed and be quite resourceful, even out of her comfort zone. She holds a strong moral compass that guides her. She can be naive and socially awkward, struggling to connect with others. Sometimes she's overly idealistic, struggling with moral grey decisions. Mm-hmm. Can withdraw and isolate herself from others. She struggles with the responsibility of her work sometimes and can be consumed by it. Mm-hmm. She is overconfident and dismissive of others when she believes they know less than her. What are our thoughts, people?
There's two very key things here. Mm-hmm. That she was sounding perfect, and I was going to put her above Tali. Mm-hmm. However, there was two very key parts there that you said that made me go, this ain't the girl for Matt. And that is, one, shying away from moral things, because Matt loves a good moral dilemma, loves a good moral argument, loves a good moral chat. And if she's going to be shying away from them and just shutting down, Matt will just regularly get disappointed with chats that he wants to bring up. Mm-hmm. You will not be able to go on any long drives, long drives, long chats, whatever with her, because she'll just shy away from all the conversations you want to bring up. Mm-hmm. And her getting absorbed into her work will be not great.
I was at a work, a socializing with people from work yesterday, and we're taking an Uber to the bar we were going to. Mm-hmm. And we talked politics the entire Uber ride. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I felt so bad for the Uber driver. We were just silent as we were talking really passionately about politics the entire drive.
Whereas I get the idea this person would not pay attention to any of that.
I think that there's something healthy there. I think that they are compatible.
Yeah.
I think that it is, very much a thing of how much Matt in this situation is in the line of Shepard, because I believe there is from the quote we were given, there's a predisposed passion towards Shepard. And I think that there is an ability to move past that. I think that Matt is emotionally smart enough to figure out where the boundaries are in that sort of relationship. He's, absolutely able to do that. I think that ultimately my final dictation will come down to the most primitive part of the relationship, which is how much do you like melding versus how much do you need sex? Which that arranges the top 3 for me.
I agree.
I will say,
Interesting.
both of the top 2 options cannot do traditional. I was going to say Australian. Jesus Christ. Australian sex,
baby.
Can't do Australian sex.
Crikey, mate. Get that in you.
We do it differently down under.
We do it down under. And that's the pivot of the top 3.
They call me a great bush explorer.
Fuck me. So good. But if that is disregarded, then it's tight between the top 2.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Any final marks? Any final comments?
That is the truth. We have given our candidates. It is time for you to discuss who will be going fictional. Which fictional character will be fictionally going home with me today?
It has assuming sex not in the picture.
Do we want to do a top 3?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Top 3, yeah. Okay. Well, let's cut through the list. So, does Ashley make the top 3 cut for you?
The racism's a really annoying part for me because I don't think that Matt would tolerate that.
I agree.
But can he fix her?
I think
She's a bit too strong-headed.
she's very stubborn.
But also, would Matt be racist in this universe?
I'm gonna put Ashley as a tentative top 3.
Tali, strong top 3 for me. 100% top 3.
I was saying Ashley.
Oh, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley, tentative top 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to start cutting? Who do you want?
That's
to
what
cut?
I'm saying. I was going to work through the list and cut all top 3.
Yeah.
Ashley, tentative top 3,
Yeah,
not an
yeah,
immediate
yeah,
cut. Tali, top 3.
100%.
Jack, cut.
Yeah, cool. I mean, yeah.
I think that Jack is a worse option than Ashley for Matt.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that there is the possibility
She's
of
actually
Matt.
scared of me dating someone like Jack.
My point is more, I think Ashley at least seems emotionally mature enough to have conversations with Matt that could maybe open her up a bit more in the future. Whereas I feel like Jack would just ruin Matt. You know what I mean?
Jack is a bit broken.
Yeah.
Like Ashley, for all of her faults.
It's a slim list. Ashley top. Yeah, Ashley top 3.
Morinth, cut.
We'll kill him.
Samara,
So
cut.
sad.
We'll kill him.
Javik, no.
Not a candidate.
Liara, top 3.
Top 3. So
I think it
our top
has to
3
be,
are...
Ashley, Liara, and Tali.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
how would you like to place them? We'll go one by one through them.
Ashley, 3. I think we can agree on that just off the gate.
Yeah.
Ashley, she was a good candidate. She did respectfully in the competition.
Yeah.
We had our moments, and there were things we agreed on. I respected her personality. But you will not be getting a rose today. Not be getting a galactic rose.
Galactic Rose.
So it's between Ashley,
Classic Matt
it's
Riddle.
between
Liara
Liara
and
and
Tali.
Tali.
I think we need to question Matt more.
I think that, yeah, I mean...
How important is the fact that... Because here's the thing. I think that Tali
is the best fit.
is... Well, okay, I would say Tali is more emotionally fulfilling for you. I think Liara is more physically fulfilling for you.
Yes.
That's not to say that Liara... It's not that they don't both do the other things. Liara would also be quite emotionally fulfilling, just not as much as Tali. And Tali could be fairly physically fulfilling, just not as much as Liara. So I guess it just...
Yeah, it just
How do you feel about that, Matt?
think
Because
that- that's really interesting. I will not be making the choice today. I think that is up to you.
No, but I'm asking how
Damn it!
important... I'm asking how important
I
the physical
understand
intimacy
that,
is.
but I think it's making your choice for you, honestly. But I will say that melding is a very pleasurable experience and sounds very interesting. Remember, it is not physical touch. It is they're an asexual species who don't physically touch as sexually.
Yeah.
I want you to remember that.
But it gives you the same
I
pleasure.
think your knowledge of me needs to be what makes this decision.
No, I agree, but like, here's my thing. Talking just a guy here.
Go.
Because I know Matt is a very touchy person. I know physical intimacy is very important to him.
100%.
It doesn't have to be sex, just physical intimacy.
Well, I mean,
but
you can still...
he doesn't.
Tali can still be touched. She's just wearing the... It's not skin to skin.
But I think the thing is, like, Liara will sit in a bed naked and cuddle Matt, whereas Tali can't do that. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm in my head assuming that Tali would be like a friend first into a relationship.
Yeah.
Liara would be the girl he meets on the dating app.
Yeah.
There's not a clear answer here. I don't think there is a clear answer. I think final answer. I hate it because I really want Tali, but I think Liara.
Yeah, I think purely, it depends. Maybe there's more about Mass Effect that our listeners can inform us on. That maybe the antibiotics, or there's some scientific way of making it more feasible. But I think that the lack of physical touch that you would get from Talia would make it untenable. And I think that it would make you really want to make it work, but I just don't, because it's not about sex. I'm even just meaning like the simplest things of like, she can't hug you without it being a metallic-y, leathery suit.
Yeah, and
do you know what I mean? Like
Tali's nice and smart and fun, but there's also an emotional intelligence that Liara brings that I think
would be good for Matt.
Would be really good for Matt.
I am going to say Liara.
Yeah. All right, final answer.
Liara.
Yep.
Well,
Liara's who you're going home with, Matt.
Thank you, boys. I really appreciate the choice you have made, and I'm going home with Liara.
Excellent.
She gets the Galactic Rose.
She gets the Galactic Rose. Thank you so much for this episode of Mass Attraction. Join us never again. I hope everyone's enjoyed this experiment into the
unique
world
episode.
Of Mass Effect in a unique way to explore some characters and their species through that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys have revealed a lot about me.
Yeah, I know, right?
And
the listeners know so much.
What about you think about me? Interestingly, I think that's very interesting.
It's gonna keep you up at night.
Yes, I think this episode is gonna keep me up at night. I think it is. Fuck.
Well, I will actually like to say, well done for having the balls to put yourself in the firing line like that, Matt. Not everyone could do that, and boy, howdy, you did it.
You stood before the knife thrower, and you stood there with open eyes. And I respect
put the knives in our hands and did not make us hold our punches. So
it's good.
Yep,
it's good. Well, if you'd like more and like to join to discuss this. If you disagree or agree, comment down below or join us on Discord for discussions of this. And thank you so much to our lore keepers, Bong the Bard, Josh Remain, Shadow, our prestige lore keepers. And thank you so much to our novice lore keepers, Blitz Bandit, Dan Dubs, Jacob from Norway, Josh Cows, Loading Name, Luke Newcomb, The Recluse, Gianni Wilson, You're in Games, and that's it. Yeah, basically, thank you so much. I hope this episode was interesting, and thank you, Josh Mann, for Mass Effect study. I hope you enjoy these Mass Effect episodes.
Yeah.
This was for you. This was for you,
and Josh, you know what, Josh? Tell us on the Discord which one you would like.
Which one he would like, or for best fit for me? He would like.
Either. Go. Whatever.
What? I like how once we stopped talking about the gods have angered down and now it's not storming anymore. But if you enjoyed today's episode, the number of stars you rate us is the number of. I'm gonna do that. That's a still easy one, boys. Sorry, a number of choices you get on your bachelorette, your alien bachelorette.
The number of stars you get is, in fact, I will say, the number of green flags your partner has.
Oh, that's nice.
The number of stars you get is the amount of times you can have sex with Morinth before you die.
Dude, just gonna put one. That's just it's all. The right answer is one.
I mean,
star.
yeah, the law purists are just gonna put one.
That's a rough one.
No, I'm saying like you're superpowered.
No one is superpowered, dude.
These 5 stars.
People that give us 5 stars are.
Oh, wow.
That's true. Actually, more
that's
powerful.
True that.
And join us next time as we ask which of the 5 hairy dwarfs from Lord of the Rings guys going to go home.
No.
Yes, baby. Yes,
I would
baby.
love to know which of the you'd go home with. But
as I put one of those goddamn little hairy dwarfs to bed and I tuck him up real nice and I kiss him on his little lips, I'm going to say good night.
And as Liara strokes your face, Matt, and whispers in your ear,
perfect.
Good morning.
And as I continue the age-old game of swiping on Hinge every day for the rest of my life, I say sayonara, Mass Effect.
Sayonara, Mass
Also,
Effect.
I'd like to tell you, I would have picked Harley.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I knew.
I figured.
Thank you for listening to Living by the Law. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave a review, tell your friends, and if you're feeling extra generous, become an official lawkeeper by joining our Patreon today. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Living by the Law. All links are in the description, and thank you in advance. We have been, and always will be, living by the law. Thank you for your company, and good night.